The Utah Jazz are on the clock, and they just took Darryn Peterson, the Kansas guard who broke the school's freshman scoring record once held by a former #1 pick. He's a 6'5" guard who can flat out score and, unlike a lot of young guards, actually shoot. But talent and fit are two different questions, so today we run the tape and the numbers on one thing. How does Darryn Peterson fit with the Jazz? Let's break it down. Here's the plan. First, who he is as a player, then the college production that made him a top pick, then the honest ceiling and floor, and finally, the part that matters most for Utah, how he fits this exact roster. The stats are verified, the projections are mine. Let's start with the player. This is Game is Culture. Quick thing before we dig in, if you like prospects broken down with real data instead of hype, subscribe. It's free and it helps a ton. Now, the player. First, the player. Map his game and you see a scoring guard with a real jumper. Elite scoring, strong shot creation, and the thing that separates him from most young guards? Genuine shooting touch off the dribble and at the line. The athleticism is good, the defense is solid. The one spoke that lags is playmaking. He's a scorer first, not a natural distributor. This is a lead scoring guard, not yet a true floor general. In plain terms, here's what he is. A 6'5" combo guard who gets a bucket at all three levels, pulls up off the dribble, gets to the line, and knocks down free throws at a high clip. The size is real for a guard, and the shooting is real too. What he isn't, yet, is a pass-first point guard. He's a scorer who you hope grows into a playmaker. Now the college tape. The freshman year at Kansas was historic. Just over 20 points a game to break the school's freshman scoring record, the one Andrew Wiggins used to hold, with 4 rebounds and a steal and a half a night. The scoring is the headline, but look closer and the assists are low, just over 1.5. He was the bucket getter, not the table setter. Premium scoring, real questions about playmaking. Map the shooting, and here's the good news. The jumper is for real. He hit 38% from 3 and over 82% from the free throw line. The two numbers that best predict NBA shooting. That's a level above most young scorers. The one caution, his overall field goal percentage was a modest 44% because he took a lot of tough, contested shots as the focal point. Translation, the touch is real. The shot selection will get better with better teammates. So here's the swing skill, and it's different from most scorers. It's the passing. The shot is already there, which is huge. What decides his ceiling is whether he becomes a guard who makes his teammates better, or stays a high-volume scorer who needs the ball. If the playmaking grows, he's a franchise lead guard. If it doesn't, he's a really good scorer who needs the right setup around him. One skill, playmaking, separates the outcomes. So how high and how low? Let's be honest about the range. The floor is a microwave combo guard, a player who scores in bunches but is inefficient and best in a secondary role. The ceiling is a perennial all-star lead guard, the #1 scoring option on a good team, the kind of player you build around. Same prospect, and the gap is mostly the playmaking and the efficiency. The good part for Utah, the shot that usually decides these bets is already in the bag. If you want a comp, and Jazz fans will like this one, think a score-first lead guard in the Donovan Mitchell mold. A bigger guard whose game is built on getting buckets and whose stardom grew as his playmaking did. That's my comp, not a promise, but it frames the bet. The scoring and the shot are star-level traits, and the playmaking is the part that turns a great scorer into a franchise guard. Now the part that matters, the fit. Look at the room he's walking into. Utah is a young team built around Lauri Markkanen, an all-star stretch 4 who spaces the floor, and Walker Kessler, an elite rim-protecting center. Around them is a pile of young guards and wings, Keontae George, Isaiah Collier, and Ace Bailey. There's a lot of talent, but no settled franchise scorer, no clear #1 option to anchor the offense for the next decade. Markkanen is a perfect #2, a stretch 4 who thrives playing off a creator, and Kessler is a #3 who feasts on lobs and protects the rim. What's been missing is the engine at the top, the guy who bends a defense and creates the easy looks for everyone else. That's the bet on Peterson. Put the need next to the player and parts of it click beautifully. Utah needed a potential franchise scorer, and Peterson is one. His shooting is perfect next to Markkanen, two floor spacers who let Kessler roll to the rim. And he's big enough at 6'5" to share a backcourt rather than be hidden. On talent and on spacing, the fit is genuinely strong. But here's the real fit concern. The backcourt is crowded. Keontae George wants the ball. Isaiah Collier is a point guard, and Ace Bailey needs touches too. Add a score-first guard who also needs the ball, and somebody's usage has to give. This is the one wrinkle. Utah didn't draft for a clean positional need. They drafted the best talent and will sort the fit out later. The optimistic read is that one of these young guards gets moved or grows into an off-ball role, and Peterson's shooting actually makes that easier because he can play next to another guard instead of needing the ball every possession. The shot makes it workable, but the touches will be a puzzle the coaching staff has to solve. Here's the realistic development path. Year 1, he's a high-usage rookie scorer learning to play off other young guards on a team that's still sorting its rotation. By year 3, if the playmaking grows, he's the clear lead guard and the #1 option Utah's been searching for since the rebuild began. And by year 5, the ceiling is a perennial all-star, the franchise scorer this team was missing. As always, judge the trend, not the early win total. So grade the fit. The talent is high, the shooting fits Markkanen perfectly, and Utah genuinely needed a franchise scorer. The only thing holding this back from a perfect grade is the crowded backcourt and the playmaking question. Put it together and this lands as a strong fit, a swing for a star that makes sense. With one rotation puzzle to solve, Utah bet on upside, and the shot makes the bet a smart one. Where could I be wrong? If the playmaking never comes and the backcourt logjam doesn't resolve, you could have 3 good scoring guards stepping on each other and none of them becoming a true star. But the shooting and the scoring talent are real and rare, and great players tend to force the fit to work around them. Utah took the swing, and the shot gives that swing a real chance to land. So that's the fit. Utah took maybe the best pure scorer available and bet that his shooting and upside are worth sorting out a crowded backcourt. And that's a bet a rebuilding team should make. So tell me, does Peterson become Utah's franchise guard? And whose fit should I break down next? Drop it below. And we are so close to 1,000 subs, so subscribe to stay up to date.